think the most pivotal moment of this whole journey that impacted me the most was when I realised that I'd lost my independence. I'd gone from someone who had a great job, was successful, I could get myself around, I lived by myself, to all of a sudden I was reliant on everyone to support me. So I no longer went to work. I couldn't drive myself around. Part of what happens when you're diagnosed with brain tumour, the way that mine was, is because I initially suffered 2 seizures and then had brain surgery. After a seizure, you're not allowed to drive for 6 months, and after brain surgery, it's 3 months. So one moment on a Friday, I got up and went to work, and that was the last time. I've done that in almost a year. So I found that the most challenging and confronting and difficult to deal with, to be honest. Unless you're in this situation, I don't think people really understand. You know, I'm so lucky and so grateful that I have the support of family and friends around me. And I got taken to every single one of my medical appointments. And that was 6 weeks travelling in and out to the Alfred Hospital every day. I couldn't take myself, so somebody would drive me in and a roster system would be set up for that. And I'll talk about my treatments a bit later. But it's really hard to come to terms with the fact that one day your life was just normal, and then in a blink of an eye, everything changes. And you need to come to terms with that. And I did come to terms with it. Some days I would be much better than others. Most times I was good about it. Some days I'd be sad. Some days I'd be mad. Some days I'd be angry, frustrated, annoyed. But I thought that didn't last for long. And I needed to remind myself of the journey, and that is that I am going to survive this. So I can't waste my energy and frustrations on things that I can't control. And I couldn't control the fact that I didn't have a license. I couldn't control the fact that I needed to live not independently anymore. And I needed help to do a lot of my daily things. I was still fairly independent. I could cook. Not that I did that much because everyone else cooked for me. But I could, get around. I could still go for walks. I could do things like that. But it's a pretty big change to come to terms with. I did eventually get my license back in December. So from April till December, I didn't have a license. And I cried when the Big Roads people rang me to tell me that I had my license back. I said, "You've made my day. You've made my year." That was so important to me that I had my license back. I still only drive short distances. I certainly don't travel far. Not for any reason other than I just really don't want to be out on the open road by myself. I like getting around to my own appointments. I like going to visit my children and my grandchild, and it's given me that independence back. So that was a pretty special moment when that